Ever heard of Ms. Marvel? She's a pretty big deal. And today, we're going to find out why. We're going to take a look at the story of this awesome superhero, read it together, and really figure out, what makes a hero a hero. Ready? Let's jump in. So here's how we're going to do this. It's super simple. First, we'll just read the story together. Then, we'll go back and find some of the key facts. And after that, we'll think a little bigger about what it all means. It's a great way to practice your reading and, get you thinking.
Okay, first things first. Let's just read the text. I'll read it out loud and you can follow along with me on the screen. Let's do it.
Kamala Khan, also known as Miss Marvel, was the first Muslim main character in a major comic book. At first, Kamala was an ordinary teen who lived in New Jersey. She dreamed of being a superhero. One night, after a strange fog covered her city, she realized that she could change her size. She could also stretch her arms, legs, and neck over long distances. In addition, she had the power to heal people. After discovering her powers, Kamala took on the name Miss Marvel. The Miss Marvel comic books are popular. In fact, the first set of Miss Marvel comics won many awards, showing that Kamala Khan is one superhero.
All right, pretty cool story, right? Now let's put on our detective hats. We're going to go back and find some specific info. And the best part, every single answer is right there in the text we just read.
Okay, let's kick things off with a pretty straightforward question. What is Kamala Khan's superhero name? Think you know? The answer is hiding in that paragraph.
And there it is. See that highlighted part? The text says, after discovering her powers, Kamala took on the name Ms. Marvel. So there's our answer. Her superhero name is Ms. Marvel. Easy peasy.
Okay, next up, let's talk about where she's from. Where did Kamala Khan live? Let's scan the text again.
Ah, found it. It's right there near the start. Check out the highlighted sentence. At first, Kamala was an ordinary teen who lived in New Jersey. So the answer is, Kamala Khan lived in New Jersey. Got it.
Okay, now for the really fun part, the superpowers. The story mentions a few. What are two of her superpowers? Take a look.
Yep, right there. The text tells us she could change her size. And she could also stretch her arms, legs, and neck over long distances. So changing her size and stretching, those are some seriously cool powers.
So we know she's an awesome hero. But were her comic books a hit? Were they successful? Let's see what the text says about that.
Oh, for sure. Look at this line. In fact, the first set of Miss Marvel comics won many awards. Winning awards is definitely a good sign of success. So yeah, there you go. All those basic facts were packed right into that one little paragraph.
Okay, so we've nailed down the basic facts, the who, what, and where. But now, let's dig a little deeper and think about the why. This is where we get to discuss the bigger ideas. And hey, there aren't any right or wrong answers here, just some really interesting things to think about.
Remember that very first sentence? It said Miss Marvel was the first Muslim main character. That's a really big deal. So it makes you wonder, why is that important? Why does it matter for superheroes to represent all different kinds of people? And here's something else to chew on. The story says Kamala wanted to be a superhero before she got her powers. That's huge. It means being a hero is about more than just, being able to fly or stretch. So what do you think makes someone a hero, besides the powers? Maybe it's being brave, or kind, or just really wanting to help people. And really, that kind of brings it all back home, doesn't it? Most of us aren't going to get superpowers from a strange fog, but we can all be heroes. So I'll leave you with this final thought. What does it mean to be a superhero right where you live, in your own community? What kind of things can you do to make a difference? Definitely something to think about. Hey, thanks so much for digging into the story of Miss Marvel with me.